Drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Crowd Talk. I know it's been a while. You got the echo 107. Welcome to Crowd Talk. I know it's been a while. Your YouTube on mute. Echo 107. Welcome to Crowd Talk. I know it's been a while. Got it.
We got it fixed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crowd Talk. It's funny, right? So we got my man Seven in the building. What's good with you?
Man, just get ready for this. Got some pen and paper. Believe it or not, this is an important conversation. So
Indeed.
Let's get in.
So today's topic is, Black Rage. The title saying sticks and stones will delete you. That's why words should never hurt you. That being said, is the Black Rage is, to me, Black people are so easily triggered. They're so easily triggered now, and it's affecting our society, it's affecting our minds, the therapy, help, all it's affected all of us at once. And I feel like this is a very important conversation today. And I've been waiting for a while to get things together, to have this conversation because, Crowd Talk is one of our biggest shows, was one of our biggest shows. We had to take a break, but we're back. We don't stop.
Yeah, we're going to have a conversation about that one too, online. I'm just curious.
I'm transparent with everything, man. I don't mind. I don't care what people think about me. I'm about the word, about positivity, about growth, and I'm a savage while I do it. You dig? Everywhere I go. So, let's see. The first thing I just wanted to show this clip real quick to set it off. Just to get us started, just to get the message out to these men. This is how it's going to be in this conversation today.
Story time. Over 30 years ago, during the height of mass incarceration, I was a third-year college student who got fucked up on bullshit and ended up doing a gang of time. One day when I first started doing my time, an old man walked me around the track. And he taught me a few things, and among the things he taught me was in the form of a question, and this is what he asked me. You know why these motherfuckers up in here like this here, don't you? I said, well, yeah, murder. And he said, no, murder might have been the charge, but that ain't the reason why they up in here. I said, well, what's the reason? And he said, for having bitch-ass ways on the street. What? These big, swole, gang banged out the game motherfuckers from every gang set in the state of California. What the fuck you mean by that? And then he said, let me explain. 90-something% of these dudes right here were raised by women. And as a result, they have female emotional tendencies. That don't make them gay, but it does make them dangerous. I said, what do you mean? And he said, because when you combine male masculinity with female emotional tendencies, you'll kill a motherfucker over how you feel. But you don't never kill a man over how you feel, because tomorrow you're not going to feel that way, but that motherfucker going to be just as dead, and you're going to be up in this camp looking at me. That's why when you get mad, the first thing you have to do is calm down and be quiet. And whatever you have to do after that, you do that shit calmly and quietly or not at all. But that's why these niggas is up in here. They not in here because they was in danger. They in here because they was in their fucking feelings. I'm telling you some good shit.
Now that is true story right there. A lot of motherfuckers is in their goddamn feelings all the time. Trigger, word, trigger, trigger. What do you think about that, Seven? How you feel about what he just said?
Man, I remember when we when I first looked at that, I had to check myself. I think the word we try to use now is triggered. I think more simply, we get in our feelings more than we get triggered. I think triggered is something from a very nasty situation in your life or in your past. So be more specific for me. I think it was listen to that. I was like, man, there's been some situations within my own family where it was getting to that point where being in your feelings can have some consequences. So that hit me, man. It kind of hit me. I'm still chewing on it because I watched it about an hour and a half ago, and now I'm looking at it again. Yeah, man, it's true. It's true. It's just true. It applies to me.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed it all around, and I kind of put people to the test. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know automatically, and people around me know automatically. I'm the alpha in the motherfucking room all day long. Even though I'll sit quietly, observe, don't say nothing, I'm always gonna be the alpha in the room. That's what I think. That's what it's gonna be. So, I talk to people nicely, and that's the respect. That's giving the respect first, because, like they said, you give out what you want to receive. Right? So I start off with automatic respect. I talk to people nice, try to observe their emotion, their body language and everything, just to see what type of person they're gonna be. You know what I mean? And once I hear certain kind of words, like me, I've dealt with it a lot. And I told a guy before, I used to be the guy that used to knock people out when they say some dumb shit. That was me being young and dumb all the time. You know what I mean? But I realized every time I do get in those situations, I think about it. I got to think about, okay, I knocked this dude out. I don't even know the cat. What if he knows who I am? What if I have to watch my back? You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I think about. Then I think about, what was this dude going through that made him even say something like that for him to be triggered? Maybe he's sensitive, so maybe I should approach him a different way. So I went through all these things. I'm always thinking about things like that. So I decided anytime I go and talk to someone, it's going to be out of respect, because that's what I expect back, because I don't want to be that violent, crazy person anymore. You know what I mean? Or, I don't want to risk things that I have to do. Hey, I want to give a shout out to the people in the chat real quick. We got a brother of a certain age. Appreciate you for sliding through. And always my old time supporter in the building, Lady Novoa in the building. Give a shout out to all y'all. No, I'm so happy that people are still watching and paying attention to me. And all my man's in the building. Unapologetic Manhood. That's one of my dudes from the show. He's on the network. So we're gonna get to it, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to finish up this small soliloquy. Yeah, so I decided to approach people the way I would like to be approached. You know what I mean, with respect. And I tend to try to say, because I do it on Facebook, I do it on here. I'm a savage person. I like to test people. So I tend to say little words, small, soft words, to see how they get triggered, if they're so soft or if they can't handle the truth. Because I like to talk to people with truth. And I come to realize that I don't even want to have conversations with most black people. I really don't, because they make it to the point where there's no point, because you're not even in a right. None of y'all are in the right mind space to even have a regular common sense conversation. You know what I'm saying? Regular common sense, regular old conversation. The right and wrong. But everybody wants to be right because they're in their feelings. They live their own life and they're feeling their ways about certain situations, and they're not thinking about the broader, the bigger situation. You know what I'm saying? They're always thinking about themselves, and then they're in themselves. They're feeling so much. They're all emotional, bagged up and shit. With the point where they hear trigger words, they got them in emotion, they automatically react in a negative way. You know what I mean?
I'm not putting the blame. We're taking the blame away from us as people, but we have to take accountability that, like any other American, man, we deep on these little things right here. We deep on these devices. We deep on this Instagram, TikTok, Clubhouse. I don't want to reach their names because they ain't paying us, but they streaming it, so it's a good thing. So I think that we don't know how to step away and think. You know, I think my demeanor has changed because dealing with mental health and my own peace, I stepped away from social media. I stepped away from Facebook and all these places. I stopped posting, still building my content, my business, my brand, my purpose, but I step away from it. And what I notice is I don't get stressed. I don't have confrontations. I'm able to think clear. I don't make knee-jerk reactions like I used to. It's like when you take a social media diet, I think you start putting the pieces back together. And I think a lot of people don't do that. I think a lot of people are so go looking at these videos, violence like in France, or listen to this music, and they think they that rapper, or they think that meme, or they think they that situation, and we don't realize subconsciously our subconscious is doing what they say, like 1 million strands of thoughts or something like that, versus the forefront conscious is doing maybe 400,000 thoughts, or determining or thinking through processing things. So, I mean, a lot of people, damn, I never thought about this and I can't prove it, but a lot of people really in their feelings and more emotional than they used to be because of the stuff that they listening to and watching all the time.
You know what? I I can agree with you on that one, but I have to say this: we weren't born listening to music, so it has to start from a deeper. You got your drink ready. It comes from a deeper source, a way deeper source, and watching these podcasts, listening to men, about their stories in life, things that affect them. Listen to what they have problems with, and also complain about. And it's pretty feminine, and it's like, why, like man, fuck up, go do, you know what I mean? But then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, there's ages, like at certain ages of mine, I was similar. You know what I'm saying? I was the same type of person, acting the same type of way. And I thought about the same story that most of us have is grown men with all this manly testosterone and not knowing what to do with it, not how to focus it, not how to mentally get at what we're going through. Most of those men were raised by females, single mothers. Right?
I'm gonna go halfway with you on that. I watched a couple of documentaries, and I have conversations with men. And one of the things, and I'm glad I wrote it down, was definition for things.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of things that had a concrete definition is ambiguous now. A lot of it's ambiguous. So the conversations most people are having are ambiguous conversations about and it's conversations where they are and not what the conversation is about. So people make decisions and their thoughts based on their feelings, not based on facts and reality. And I think that we become, and unfortunately, melanated people, period, have become more people interested in the debate and sounding right rather than having truth and facts.
Because I think
most people argue.
Yeah, and I think they're stuck on the anecdotal situations. They use their anecdotal stories that are about themselves, not thinking about, like I said, the bigger picture. And they get emotional. As soon as you use yourself first in the situation, knowing that you went through some problems, you're not over that yet, you get stuck in that emotion. And you're not able to really think outside the box. You know what I mean? You're only thinking about how you went through that situation, and you're only thinking about yourself, so you're stuck in that emotion. You know what I mean? So
it's funny. The scientist says when you're in love, you get this chemical reaction, and you get used to this chemical reaction. When you get in a fight and you lose, you get this chemical reaction. When you get in a fight and you win, you get this chemical reaction. And when you repeated these chemical reactions, it's not your memories that you're heightened to or your attention comes through. It's those chemical reactions people get. So a lot of people get mad about something and not realizing that chemical reaction came from being heartbroken or getting their ass whooped or something that looks like it. They're not able to step back long enough to think. And it goes back to that first clip. He said there's a lot of every motherfucker in there in jail was because of what?
Being a bitch ass. not everyone in jail bitch ass, but most of them in there for their all emotional thoughts.
Then their feelings. You say something to them, they ready to shoot you or fight you. They more in their feelings rather than their thinking. And I think that's the one thing I've been struggling with because I thought I had it under control. And I had to check myself, realizing, you know what? Maybe I don't have it under control as much as I thought I did. And I'm being honest with myself. And that's an interesting point because and it goes back even to Crown Talk. Like there was 6, 7 of us fighting to be on here at a time. We was having disagreements, but I think at the end of the day, we know you don't believe in Christianity. Like that's not your thing. You think is the worst thing. You think is a slave, whatever you think of it is. But everybody know. But Sev got a Bible. Sev is strong and astute in his faith. Like he walks this way. But I think that's the problem. A lot of people get offended because somebody has a different opinion or a different lens. And man, I'm gonna get in trouble with Christians right now. These Western Christians, man, they live by their feelings. They don't live by the words. They don't live by the at all. And the truth is in how they act. I mean, it's like my cousin always tells me, hey, bro, you need to get out here. We need to tell people about Jesus Christ and this and that. And I keep telling like, man, people want to see your character. They don't want to see no book. They don't want to see no verse in no book. They don't want to see no argument or convince. They know you how you make them feel.
Right, and I agree with you. And that being said, you can actually get your point across. You being a Christian, you having your belief, and you want somebody to understand your belief and feel you. They have to, how they feel about you is how they're going to trust your word, or how they're even going to sit back and listen to the words that you have to say. So there's intelligent. I'm an intelligent man, and I read through words. And I use every bit of what I'm looking at, hearing, feeling at that one time talking to a person. So if your body language is different from your voice, which is different from the words you are speaking, something's wrong with this conversation. You know what I'm saying? I feel, and I'm gonna say it. Yes, I feel, because that's a part of human, being a human. I feel that you are projecting your religion on me and dismissing mine because you don't want to hear my side, or you just want to, oh, I'm this, and it doesn't matter what you are. We're both standing here face to face like men. So obviously we both made it this far. You know, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We both made it this far, believe what we believe in. Yes, you have your beliefs. You made it this far. I have my beliefs that made it this far. Obviously, it's working for me, and yours is working for you. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny, man, because I'm having conversations because of my organization. I put my faith into my business, in front of my business. And we got that clip by what's the white guy's name? I can't remember his name, but he talks about what makes a man. Men should be dangerous.
Men should be dangerous. Men should be dangerous.
And it's the white guy. I like him.
He's light skinned.
No, I sent you one with the white guy. What's his name? Man.
I know I got this guy.
Sociologist. It might not have sent.
I got one that said, he said, if you're the baddest, if you want to be the baddest motherfucker they knew, that nobody, you're going to be the one that's misunderstood. Is that
yeah, not him, it's the other one. And I think I sent it through your
shout out to Jay Mickens. What's going on, brother? Thank you.
Yeah, it's not. It's jumping on the wrong scheme. Something about, yeah, but I love what he says, because basically his statement is men should be dangerous. And he was talking about he goes into a scripture and he goes deeply into it. Let me see if I can find it real quick, not to be jumping on here, but I'm gonna shoot it to you.
Yeah.
But what I respect about it, or at least what I liked about what he said, is like, he said something like, great men have sheaves, but they know how to keep them sheathed. He was basically saying they know how to they got swords, but they don't pull them out. They don't have to pull them out to use them. That's David Goggins. I like him too. Let me see if I can find it.
It's pretty much see, my I'm like, this is how I can say, you know, like, this is how I feel comfortable saying the things I say. Because every day I pay attention to myself. Every day I try to love myself more. And the more and more I pay attention to myself, love myself more, the more I look at myself and my flaws, what I'm saying, doing, what I feel is wrong. Or you know what I mean? What is not what they say righteous or right. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I do have a religion, but it's my own. You know what I'm saying? It's my own, because I'm here no matter what footstep. Nobody's walking the same footsteps. Nobody got my toes, my ankles, my feet, my skin, my mind. Nobody has me. So I'm here basically by myself. That's where you start. You're alone until you let people into your life. So the only person that you should be focused on the most is yourself.
Real talk. Real talk. Real talk.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's where they say that the therapy is, you can't really get therapy unless you want it within yourself. If you want it, therapy's not going to work if you don't want it. You have to convince yourself. You got to see yourself to know that you need some therapy, or you need to. Oh, let's listen to it.
No, I was looking for that's not the one. That's the one with Denzel Washington. I thought that one was powerful.
I got that one also. If you want to watch that one.
You know what? You should put that one on, because that one kind of
like refers to what we're talking about, right? Or what you talking about.
It sets the cowards away. It sets the cowards and the lions apart. I like the way he
definitely need to do that.
Yeah, I like the way he says it.
All right. While I'm getting that and putting that together, ladies and gentlemen, right at the bottom of the screen, it says, if you're enjoying this content, then please, so kindly, hit that Cash App. You know, it takes money to keep going. And also, you know, in the morning, I feel groggy. I might need some coffee and shit. So hit up that Cash App. It's the Cash App.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Give me your fucking money. Give me your fucking money. Give me your fucking money.
Thank you. All right, let's get rid of that. I got it set up.
I can't with you with that. That's
listen, it's all. I made that too. I put that together. Let's see what we got here. Denzel. Apologize about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is another
strength, leadership, power, authority, guidance, patience are God's gift to us. as men. We have to cherish that, not abuse it. I prayed this morning to be a better listener. Didn't work so well. We're human. You get back up. Yes, I've been high up on the mountain. I've been blessed, but that's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
And it's lonely up there. You know, people don't know that side of it. Strength.
Agreed. I've noticed the more I want for myself, the more I see that I need to fix and accomplish. I've been losing, not losing. I've been getting rid of, cutting off a lot of people that, you know, at the end of the day, I could say you was a friend, and I could say you still might be a friend, but due to the way you live in life and your mental state, it's not good for me. It's not good for my progress and the way I want to continue to, you know, move forward. So I've cut ties. You know what I'm saying? If they come back to the world, then, you know, maybe we'll bump heads. I mean, not bump heads, but, you know, cross each other's paths and you know, handle. But you have to put yourself forward. You got to put yourself first. And I'm always weighing my pros and cons when it comes to my life, man. Life is like a chess game to me. You know what I mean? The pawns have to be used. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. In order, you know, to have your team at the end, have that good lawn, you got to weed out the weeds, man. Get that, put that poison down. Get them grubs out your shit. You know what I mean? Let's see here what we got.
I just sent you the link. Jordan Peterson.
I love that guy.
I love how he explains this because it's how I was raised before I came to Colorado. And in a lot of ways, it's how I'm raised to treat people. It also teaches me to keep my mouth shut. That's what I like about this clip. Let me know if you got it. I sent it in the chat.
Yeah. I'm about to play it right now.
This show is brought to us by the Special Water.
Ah, shit.
There it is, the bottom, the audio. Yeah, you got to turn the audio on.
Dangerous. That implies I should be ready to threaten someone, to hurt somebody.
No, you should be capable of it. But that doesn't mean you should use it. There's nothing to you otherwise. Like if you're not a formidable force, there's no morality in your self-control. If you're incapable of violence, not being violent isn't a virtue. People who teach martial arts know this full well, right? If you learn a martial art, you learn to be dangerous, but simultaneously you learn to control it. Both of those come together. And the combination of that capacity for danger and the capacity for control is what brings about the virtue. Otherwise, you confuse weakness with moral virtue. I'm harmless, therefore I'm good. It's like, no, that isn't how it works. That isn't how it works at all. If you're harmless, you're just weak. And if you're weak, you're not going to be good. You can't be.
Letting people do something for themselves and saying men should be dangerous.
So the other one, he breaks down what it means to be meek. And basically what he's saying, what it means to be meek is to be humble enough to not have to use your sword, basically. He's like, you don't have to unsheath it. Like the strongest of people don't have to just because they've been, prodded to. So yeah. And when he says no morality and self-control, that's pretty much America, period. Now, everybody's in their feelings about something. And just like you said, sticks and stones get you deleted. So
and that's my like, and that's my thing. Why are you still here? And why are y'all still trying to walk the earth if you don't believe that your words and your fucking emotional won't get you deleted? You know what I'm saying? Why do you think that your life is that you're so big and bad and that person that you feel comfortable just saying anything to anybody and not even thinking about your life, about the repercussions of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I like I said at the beginning. I don't like, I want to be comfortable in life. I know how it feels to walk on eggshells and not live comfortable. That's just not. You can't think. You can't focus.
We don't, but I don't think we live in a world where you can be comfortable.
You're absolutely right, but we
with
can
so many emotional people.
eliminate some of the discomfort. You know what I'm saying? Just like there's small things, like I said, a small word. A small word could trigger someone to level up and be extremely aggressive, right? Which your reaction of aggression back to the person that used that word, not thinking they're being aggressive. You be aggressive. Now that person's aggressive. Now you got two people emotional. Now there is no possible way that y'all can come to a compromise or a better perspective of it because you're thinking emotionally. It takes that one person to use some logic and bow down. But if you're both thinking emotionally and you're emotionally distraught, how you gonna figure out the situation? The only thing that's next is who's gonna get hit, smacked, or deleted.
But the narrative, if you're from what you're saying, goes back to we're living a time where men are encouraged to be in their feelings. We live in a time where to talk about masculinity infers toxicity. To have a standard and a value makes you narcissistic, and to not deal with bullshit makes you an asshole. And I'm not saying this I'm saying this from all the planes that we play on right now, on the job, at the gas station, in the grocery store, especially online. I think that's one of the biggest contributors. People believe who they are online is who they can be in real life. And you have to look at the last, September 11th was 2000, 2001, September 11th, the Twin Towers went down, and my man, whatever his name was, the two big newscasters at the time were saying, we believe that the Twin Towers have free fall. That's what he said. It looks like it was a free fall. And even they brought it up on this is national news as it's happening right then and there. But then we get to a point where people call you crazy or anti-America or a terrorist if you disagree with truth, logic, and science. We're always finding reasons to believe the lie, or we're being herded to the lie. So it even brings me another question. How can you expect people not to be in their feelings if they always being told to be wrong, or to told what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right? Because I'm 52, not to put myself out in my age, but young kids now, even over here, man, there's been a lot of unnecessary deaths over here and altercations in my neighborhood because somebody don't want to hear something. We had a dude out here with a rifle screaming, Allah, 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 going crazy. It's a brother going crazy over here. And then I got a partner who we just going to say it wasn't going to go well because he had pointed towards me, my people. You know what I mean? Like, and it takes some critical thinking that I don't know the answer, how the capacity, but we live in a time, man, where people still believe that Osama bin Laden has something to do with the World Trade Center.
Right.
And if you say something against it, you're canceled, or there's a death threat, or somebody wants to fight you, or somebody wants to kill you, or tell you go back to Africa. People don't live in critical thinking; they live in their feelings. If you offend somebody's logic, bro, man, it's the worst thing on the planet. It's the worst thing. It's the worst thing.
It is the worst thing.
I mean, we got brothers. We have the brothers in Miami, Chicago recently, and some brothers in I forget what other city. Maybe it was Boston. No, Boston just had the mass shooter with the dude with the vest going on. But you got brothers, man, dealing with confrontations through mass violence. But they see that on TV and they see Scarface and they think that shit is real.
Right.
And somebody said something to fuck me up. I've never been a Scarface family or Godfather family, but they don't like black folks anyway.
Right. But is that really what people are really focusing on nowadays?
That's my point. No one's thinking.
And it's not even that, because to be honest with you, it's not even about race, right? Because we do have racism is a part of emotion. A part of that's what there's no fucking such thing as racism. It's mixed up in emotion. Because there's only one race. If you really we think about science, we think about biology, there's only one fucking race. Two genders. Not
gonna argue with that. But what I'm saying is we keep buying some shit that's important from a TV screen that had a budget that the producers and the movie studio getting paid off of. Mm-hmm. And prisons are being filled up from, and caskets are big business because of it. Because, man, I gotta say this, motherfuckers is always in their feelings about something. Now, don't get me wrong. I had a stroke. My doctor already told me, you take some hits up to your head, it might be it. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go out and be violent with nobody, right. Anybody. But if you come at me, and I know that it's my life at this point, it's not an issue of walking away. That's my first thought always. But if you corner me, I'm not thinking twice, because I love my life. I love myself. I respect myself. My square is about peace, respecting people. I think, man, the last time we was on here, I'm like, I forgave everybody, whoever did. Oh, you know what I mean? Got a grudge, didn't have a grudge, mad because, you know what I mean? So I walk that way. But that's a difference between somebody that I walk outside of my condo, they start looking at you all crazy, and then they want to, you know what I mean? They want to escalate it to something that's unnecessary. And I think that young black men have been fed a lot of counterfeit testosterone. That's what I'm gonna call it. Counterfeit testosterone.
I like that, counterfeit testosterone, because we eat counterfeit food too. But shout out, shout out to Say You Like Podcast. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. So when you was talking, I was thinking about something. Because you said you said your age, right? I know my age. And then you said young. So I'm gonna start it off by asking this one question. At what, your own thoughts, what age do you think is primarily the cut off of when things got to the point where it's getting out of control in the minds of a young person, where emotion is taking over most of their logic?
I think it happened with this new era of music.
Well, we're gonna go down to music because I'm trying to.
No, I'm just saying in that era of
music.
So
what era is that?
Shit, man. I'm gonna say the late '90s.
Late '90s.
And the early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Because you went from, and it's gonna piss off people. My dude Kels, when he was Step in the Room, and then he went, and the music just got more provocative, disrespectful, more provocative, disrespectful, more provocative, disrespectful, more provocative, disrespectful. And then rap just became, I'm a drink, I got money, I got Louis Vuitton, I'm gangster, I can shoot you, I got a gun. And we was laughing at it. At least most men in my age group was laughing at it. We was laughing at it, but we didn't realize these young kids was gravitating towards it. Think about it, because you listen to some of these artists, and we have these wise men's conversation when we say whatever the artist is talking this, whether it's a female or a male artist. But then they go home, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. They don't eat like no monkey, no gorilla. That they eating food at the table. You know what I mean? Like their house is clean. There's guns and drugs aren't sitting around their house. So the persona, because of this, everybody thinks is real, you know. And then I sent you that clip where Tank says Sam Smith goes on and does that song. He goes, but if he went to did that song, it's not gonna get pushed or play. Why? Because the last thing they want is having music for black men being masculine or unity. So in that era, bro, they pulled it's almost like they pulled the common sense plug out and plugged in any song where it is. I mean, any song on it. Come on, man. Let's get drunk. Let's put drugs in our drinks. We're gonna be out all night. We don't fight, we shoot.
I agree. But I'm like, I do take situations, and there's always like this. One thing I use the most is called the domino effect. That's how I pretty much start off with my situations, or try to come up with a conclusion or why things are going down. The domino effect to me is the beginning. Where'd you push the first domino to create this big downfall of connect the dots, dominoes to build a picture that might be negative or might be positive? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
looking for the year.
Right. And the music's always going to be there. We can't stop that. Why are these new age kids that are changing logical future, our future of logic?
Well, because
like why are they listening to this music, and who are allowing them to listen to this music?
Well, I don't think it's an issue who's allowing, who's profiting, who's getting paid for the streams, who's getting paid for the distribution, who's getting paid for the ownership of their masters, who's getting the life insurance policies, who's getting the back end connections, who's getting the money off of it. And unfortunately, if you look at it, none of them look like us. None of them look like us, period. And the music, I remember when the song "Teach Me How to Dougie" come out, and the beat was banging. I was like, this is different. Just some bongo, made me think of some Breaking Cold Crush type beat. And then you look at the dance, and these young men got on these tight ass pants. The BET Awards 2023, I just watched it, or was it the Grammy? I don't know what it was, but somebody had me watch it, and you see these grown men gyrating. That's the only way I can call it. The only thing. So I think the thing is, we bought into a new era of access where we were tolerated, not wanted, and we still think we're wanted at the table. I think we still think we're wanted by Louis Vuitton, Versace, whatever the name brand is, Nike. We still think we're wanted at a table for the material things that we have, not realizing those things are going to go to somebody at some point, and you can't take it with you.
Right.
We lost the idea of reality. If you don't have reality, how can you not be in your feelings?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
if this right here to my left, which is probably to their right, is logic, critical thinking. This is Carlston, Cornell West, W.B. Du Bois. This is Elliot Shawn White. Like these are the intellectual. This is KRS-One. On this end, you got the rapper who you got Little Nas, you got these young men who are wearing diamonds in their foreheads,
Yachty,
who were
little this and little that.
But then you got these people who think that Shapiro, whatever the Jewish dude is extremely smart, and then you got these people who protect pronouns and nouns. My only pronoun is fuck you, pay me, keep money in my pocket.
Bang bang.
So if you have these and you have that pendulum that always swings, right now, that pendulum, bro, and your feelings is willing and winning. Lies, the lack of critical thinking, it's holding us down. It's holding us down. It's holding us down. And at some point, by the time it comes back to critical thinking, ain't gonna be many of us left. Ain't gonna be many of us around.
There's all types of war. So I'm gonna play this because we was talking about it, and then we're gonna let me play this real quick.
Sam Smith gets to sing a great song about stay with me. Mm-hmm. That goes straight to power rotation on a mainstream radio station. If I sing that same song, stay with me, limited bandwidth. Because our violence isn't the threat, our love is. Mm. Our family separated, it's fine, it's perfect. The man staying with his family and raising his kids and pouring into his woman, that's the threat. Mm.
So the agenda. The agenda. And that's that's all part of it. And
teach me how to Dougie get a whole bigger rotation.
Because the minds are already manipulated.
But Killer Mike, he ain't getting no rotation.
Killer Mike has a positive attitude.
Cardi B, she get bandwidth.
All right. So we got Melissa says our men are quick to flip out and can't keep control because they are in their feelings because so many have been raised by women. Men have lost control.
So I love what Melissa said.
Can I hear that horn? Am I hear that horn? No, nobody hear the horn. Give that to Melissa because she understands, and I don't see a picture. You know what I mean? People could be trolling or whatever like that, but if that is a female saying that, that's power to you. Shout out because you see it. Because this is one thing I can't understand. How we have so much proof, so much stats and statistics, and the way men are now, you see the results. You see the results. And then I can't stand when there's another female that knows this. They see this. There's so many things going down, and they still want to be like, why are you blaming the women? And it's not all women. Because my mother was a single parent, and I getting older, I realized the feminine actions that I was being part of, and the emotional shit that was going through my head, not even knowing it was going through. It was taught to me. And I'm sitting there, why am I losing? Why am I losing? But why do I have this feeling like it seems natural? It seems you're pure. I seem secure in it, but I'm losing every single fucking time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm being a nice guy, like my mother told me. I've never heard nothing bad about women. Never heard nothing about, you know what I mean? Oh, treat them nice. They'll never hurt you. Never heard nothing like that. And then once I went through it, and I'm like, God damn, but I still kept going, kept put myself through it because this is the way I'm raised. You gotta be romantic. You don't put there's no foot. I didn't put no foot down. I wasn't being a man about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing we've lost. Not saying what I was doing was wrong. That's all I knew without the manly aspect of how I'm going to go by being romantic, being a nice guy, being emotional about this situation. Because you need both. You need
exactly. And that's
because
what
you have to be.
Peterson
A
was
man
saying.
needs to be emotionally intelligent, and he needs to be emotionally logical. We're human beings. We're gonna be emotional until we learn how to control that emotion for the situation. You know what I mean? Being logical. So I'm not knocking the single mother thing because, as you were saying, there's an agenda. Just like they said, all this riffraff. So here's the thing. Hold on. Let me put it this way. We love music, right?
Exactly.
We love music. We're never going to get rid of music. Music gets us in our feelings, whether it's positive, negative, whether it's romantic, love. It gets us in our emotion, right? And you know that's never going to stop. The music, that sound, that love, all that is our mother, right?
Yes.
Our father is knowing that the guy behind the agenda of what the music is saying is manipulating that to bring you to a certain level of being stagnant in life. So the person that the management on your side saying that your producer, this guy that has the label, he is about this life of the contract. Listen to the music that you're saying. Yes, you can make money off it. Yes, you can feel about it. Da 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 da. Yeah, it's natural. That's what it is. But make sure when you do put it out, explain why you drinking, why you feel like you need to suppress all the pain, why you taking drugs, what drugs do to you, why we on the streets for crack. But you know what I mean? That management, that management is the father that's letting you know that the label is agenda. Do you still want to rock with this or not?
So I'm gonna say this right here, and I ain't even fearing for saying it. Follow the money. If any young man, woman, doesn't matter, follow the money. If you follow the contracts and you see where the T's are crossed and the I's are dot, you see those names and then see them names on those Fendi contracts, on those McDonald's or Sprite or Gucci or even hospitals or private prison contracts. If you follow the dots, it's like a laser beam focused machine.
But if you follow the dots and follow the money, being emotional, what is the point? You ain't gonna be able to make the right decision with that money.
I think it'll
what you
sober
gonna
you
do?
up.
Emotionally thinking, they're gonna be like this. He's emotional because he ain't got no management. He's emotional. I got control of the contract.
I'm saying behind the contract.
Hold on. I want my agenda. So I'm gonna give him. He's never had 50 million. I got this bread. Here's 50 million. Oh,
now you got to put on the dress.
You know what? Here's 100 million because I want my agenda. Oh my God, they're at 100 million. You know, your father's sick. You did this. You have no house. You got this. 100 million. Let's go. Emotionally thinking.
And he got to agree.
Now your life is in the soul. And your life is in the hands of the controller for the agenda. So as soon as you go, oh yeah, he gonna be like, go ahead, put out your little positive for about a week.
And the contracts use words like infinity or to the universe, which means no end. It uses language, and then they gonna make you go put on a certain outfit because they got to deal a kickback from whatever brand or whatever product it is. Man,
what I'm trying to say though, man.
Next time we do this, I wanted to have all my statistics, but my job just kept me busy. But there was some statistics that were saying, and it's crazy. A brother in the UK said, based on statistics, the statistics were staggering. He was saying boys raised by their mothers have like a 60% chance of going to prison. Boys raised by their fathers have a 10 to 30%. Like it was very low. It was like less. Raised with both parents, there's really not much of a difference. But what he was saying is boys raised by women are more suicidal, more violent, fail, do these disruptive behaviors that keep them in their feelings. But the other conversation was a woman said, how can you expect, she was basically saying, how can you expect the laws to respect young men or minorities when they don't have the common sense to mind their own business? And what she meant by minding your own business is getting educated, building a foundation, learning how to manage your money. And the other one, she said, the simplest things black men can't do in this country is learn how to put their pants on their motherfucking waist and not under their ass.
Structure. That's just like that small word you use to get them triggered. That your pants below your ass says so much about you. Says so much
so
about
crazy.
The smallest thing can tell what you are about.
And it shows them about that life, though. I believe that's them saying, my pants are under my ass.
I'm willing to get fucked.
My underwear.
I'm willing to get fucked.
And I'm willing to shoot you.
I
think it says both. I think it says both.
But I'm using like a metaphor. Because the original was, you know what I mean? The original was in jail to let you know what about. So basically, it's you're willing to get fucked in the long run. It has nothing to do with anybody's, preference of what they want to do. It's a metaphor of saying, from the definition of where that started, you're willing to fuck yourself. You're willing to get fucked. You're not gonna go like you said. They'll go out there and listen to this music, right? And they'll act like I'm a gangster on the street. But when they go in the home, hi mom, how are you doing? Want me to take the table? Should I take out the trash? You know what I'm saying?
But that was us though. But I ain't gonna lie.
That's our era, right? We were doing that.
Because we walked in the house, the guns went into the bucket, right? The closet, the pants came up. Well, all my homeboys came in like Miss Green. They sat down, act like. But when we was in the street,
we was acting a fool. But you see the difference though, because at least we knew the difference. At least we knew how to control the logic. Yes,
let me ask this question.
Hold on, we were still being emotional by being in the streets, acting. We know we ain't that motherfucker because we didn't act like that in our house. You know what I'm saying? So we knew how to compartmentalize what was right and wrong, or what we should do or didn't do. You know what I mean? These now, it's you act like this in the streets, and you also acting like this at home. You disrespecting people in the streets. You disrespecting your mom, your father, your sisters. You acted up. You get kicked out. Now you're on the street. No, you ain't got your mother or father. You have no structure whatsoever. So emotional. I'm gonna say this. I don't care what people think about what I say because I come from a positive aspect of what it needs to be. Emotion is a fucking cancer. It's a cancer if you don't have the right medicine for it. And you, like you said, you can't trust these doctors. Can't trust it because you don't get rid of it. They making money off of cancer. You can't throw away the management.
But we can't throw away this. But we can't throw away these young people.
You can't throw them away.
So how do we?
But we have to separate.
So how do we have a conversation?
First of all, we need to learn how to separate who we are from who we need to teach. Because there's people who have the capability of teaching, but they're also stuffing in little ways and being kind of like these children. They're putting themselves in a vulnerable position for these children to take over. You see it, they taking over. You see these young people taking over. It's getting to the point where the young people are teaching older people how to act, and now these older motherfuckers who were good, who had the right logic, are acting like these young dumb motherfuckers. So, it's leaking in there like a cancer.
So the truth becomes a lie, and man will change the lie into the truth.
The truth is, man, lies come from somewhere.
How do we change?
Keep manipulating the truth to make it seem like the lie is the truth, you get less men being men. You get more emotional outcomes. And now you'll never win because there's too many lies that you have to question, but you think they're the truth because that's what you learned. And that's when you have those, like you say, those westernized Christians who are emotional, but they have their belief, which if you put it in logic, it'll work for you. That's your belief, and you'll end up in a happy or a good situation if you follow the truth and be logical about it, and be truthful and be open-minded about it. But you said the Western ones are blocked by emotion, so it's cultish shit. Sorry.
But how do you get a generation? How do you get a generation to have critical thinking when they didn't get it in school?
Separation. Let's use what we already been through, just like science. In order to get the cure to a disease, you have to go analyze the disease. You got to take this out, take what's positive in your body that beats that, the T cells, this and that, whatever. We got to analyze and separate, and then come up with a formula. But you have to separate it into different parts. People who have logical thinking, people who were raised in a different era who still have that thought process, which was structured, need to realize we are not the same. You are a Martian. And until we get to know these aliens and what they're capable of, we need to separate and build ourselves up so we're able to even withstand the bullshit that they're pushing forward. If you have the certain amount of people who are marriage material, friendship-wise, logical thinking, trustworthy, are fighting for trust, people on the same page, you put those people on, say you put those people on an island, you're going to get nothing but build. You're going to build it. You're going to build a structure so high and so secure that we're able to let this one person in, sit down in this room, the lobby. Let's analyze you, see if you're capable of being part of this community. There's something you need to learn, so you're going to go to this level of our complex to learn this. Until you reach the next level. But we're not going to sit there. We can't sit there and just throw people in jail because of some shit. There's problems. There's issues. But there's levels of ways you have to teach people for them to see and understand you. There's certain words. You need to take those trigger words and use them wisely.
So let's look at...
I wish my man that I talked to last night, he understood. It took me about 5 hours talking to him. 5 hours, I was up. I didn't go to sleep. This is my purpose. This is why I won't go to sleep. If I got a man next to me that I see has the potential, the drive, but he has too much emotion that's trying to block and sneak his way, is what is he called? A parasite. That is trying to build itself into a parasite and take over his blood and make him emotional and not be the man that I see that he could be. Sit your ass down until I fall asleep talking to you.
But I think that's
actually, you know what? I'm gonna get his ass on this month. Get your ass on this month. He owe me that.
We live in a society where the average American chases pipe dreams.
Pipe dreams.
They work 9 to 5 for a vacation and then go back to the job to work 9 to 5 and die that way. And then you have the other ones that get their money non-traditional ways to get it, and they get it however they get it, but then they don't hold on to it. You know what I mean? We live in it. So how do you get... This is a funny thing. It's going to go over so many heads. I got ChatGPT. I pay for it, $20 a month for it. I have the actual paid version of it. What that can actually do in a half hour replaces my need for 20 people to help me edit, write, create, direct, etc. For somebody who's more advanced and an expert in that, they collect in 100, 600,000 a year now. Being a engineer is the new name they're calling. You got automation, which is now taking job. McDonald's ain't gonna have people flipping burgers. It's gonna be a machine. Why? Because the machine don't have feelings. It doesn't have a 8-hour, got to pay overtime, doesn't have to give it a break. You just got to oil it, tweak it, and keep going. So we live in a society where everything is going to a place where there's not going to be a need.
There's always a need for a human.
I'm just saying for the majority.
But no, there's going to be a need for a majority. Here's the thing.
Hold on. Let me ride this.
Go ahead. All right, my bad.
No, because I think this is an important part, and I'm asking your answer. If young kids can't spell, they don't possess the ability to have a simple grammar. And this world is over, as we know. We're never going back. So this it's over. It's not the end of the road, but this is it. It's a wrap. With that being said, with so many young people checked out of reality or critical thinking or their own purpose, is there enough time? And if there is, how do we help them?
Well, I don't see nobody saying media is gonna blow up Earth. So we got time. So, or we just don't know about it. If we don't know about it happening, we don't know anyway. So here's the thing. Things just come to my head. And I think I'm right about this. Here's the thing. So you said, all right, let me say this where you started. There's going to be no jobs for people. You said that, like, there's no use for it. The only reason why people think there's going to be no use for humans is because machines are taking over, right? And also
certain jobs.
Right. So you're always going to need a human because we are the ones that built the machines, right? They break down. Who's going to put it back together to work? It's got to be a human. But you can finagle where a machine can fix a machine, right? Okay. If there wasn't a push for population control, a push for a negative agenda, a push for the emasculation of men, a push for segregation, separation of the Black community or any community, and everybody was on a positive note, we can accept machines serving food that can kill you to the people who want it. You want that food? Machine, you don't. Go ahead, talk to this machine. Get your bad food. Get your, hold on. Get your food that makes you fat, lazy, and nasty, right? Or you know what? We have these teachers out here now. We can make a priority for the teachers because all these people are growing up not being able to spell. All these people are growing up not being able to support Earth because they have no knowledge. Now we can put more finance and more or time into people being real teachers. And if you want to learn this part and just be that part, we have teachers for that. If you want to learn trades, we have teachers for that. If you want to learn how to spell, be the best penmanship, be the best lyricist, be the best educated in books and this and that, we can bring knowledge back. Let the machines get that nasty food. Because we built it, it's part of the world now. So adapt to when somebody asks you what your superpower is, if you was a superhero, I'll tell them this one thing. I'll be Professor Adaptivance. Why? The situations change every fucking single day. And what I'm going to do is adapt in advance. Because that's what you're supposed to do as a human. Adapt in advance. Because everything's going to change. You're going to grow. Your feet, you're going to learn to walk. You're going to see different. You're going to get old. Your knees going to fuck up. That you have to adapt in advance. Right? And what's unhealthy? Fat, lazy foods that make you fat, make your heart artery. Let the machines, if that's who you want to be, that's how you'll separate it. All those people go to machines want to be fat, lazy. You see the difference. But we got jobs for trainers now to get you on point. You have the time to not work that $5 job at McDonald's and deal with all the stress and shit. You can do something you like. We got a big opportunity for money paying for people to put their talents, for the old school people to really teach now. Now you got time for these kids to learn face to face. Give the money to knowledge. Give the money to knowledge more. It'll build a better community. You'll see the results. Let the machines do this on that purpose. But we need our people because we are the most, we are the power.
Where are they? That's the problem.
Because there's one thing we can do. There's one thing we can do that will change the whole world, and we can do it in one fucking day. Get black people to work together for one, all around the world, one goddamn day. Matter of fact, 2 days. We'll give it 2 days. Take 2 days to just sit outside and don't do nothing for the who ain't you. You see
But
what I'm
that
getting?
goes.
And guess what'll happen? In 2 days, we will have to be like this. Oh, you want us to come back to y'all world? Knowing that this is what you brought us to, this ain't our world? These are the demands if you want us to continue to let this world rotate. Because everything we invented, everything we do is us. Our inventions get taken from us. Our talents get taken from us. Our ideas get taken from us. We are the heart of the movement of this goddamn world. And that's what we're not understanding. We want to complain about, oh, they call me a name. They call me a name. What's on your mind? What can you change?
So here's my problem with this. They did the bus strike, and that hit somebody's pocket. Now we socially riot. We don't strike, we socially riot. And we live in a time where like you said, we're just humans, male, female. We live in a society that's so galvanized on the bullshit. This is my opinion. This is my research. This is where we need to go as a country, or Trump is this, Biden's that. We're in our feelings. We're not thinking. Which brings me back to, should you live to be canceled with purpose, not caring a person's feelings, or be agreeable to a certain degree to get people enough a push towards their purpose and passion in life? Can you do both? Or do you choose one side of the road? You're muted.
We choose sides for the moment.
Because
like,
we live in,
we can't, like, just like, how many black people do you see still talk about slavery? They talk about, I'm struggling because of slavery.
I hear it, but not as much as I used to.
Not as much, but you hear it a lot.
Yeah.
Why?
But
when they ain't never been slaves.
But when you look at the corporal United States, its constitution, its laws, how it's been developed, and how it operates as the best oil working machine in history, bro, we're still 100 years behind. And the funny thing is, we complain about it and we fight amongst ourselves. And then if somebody is an intellect, brings it up, they get discredited by mainstream society. But what blew my mind was there are European Americans or white Americans, I don't know what people want to be called in because they get offended, that have aggregated the data, have went through the data, who have done the research, and they sit there and say, how can you expect a group of people to survive in a society where its system itself is guilty of what it's doing now and will never change it?
All right. This is a movie I saw, right? You're older than me, so I'm sure you've seen this shit because it's in the Black Panthers days. Where I hope you give me the title because I've been searching. I can't find this movie. There's a movie where there was a group of Black Panthers. There's the ones that go out and talk to get people recruited. And there's that, just like the government has, that little secret group. They go and see the potential in somebody. And what they do is grab them up, mask them up, kidnap them, put them in the cage in the underground pen and put that word into them until they understand. You're that man. This is who you are. Stop following the status quo of what put you in a bad decision. You're not going to be let out this prison. You're not going to be let out this box until you realize what type of man you're supposed to be in life. And when you realize we're going to give you every opportunity to explore and be free to be that man you're going to be, because you're going to have the knowledge and you're going to have that love for yourself where you're not going to go back to where you was. And you're going to have the support group, all of us. We had to put you here for you to not have the outside influence. for you to be here to listen to what your purpose is. Now, that being said, why is there religions? Why do you focus on one entity and one Bible or one thing to get you in a place that you want to be?
I think the problem with that is, and I had to learn, your faith should determine your character.
You can't
And
have
what I
faith
mean
with
specifically
salt,
by
though.
that is, if I'm a man of character and a man of faith, and I'm looking at the tenets of my faith says, as best as it is, live at peace with all men. It doesn't mean that I take what society is offering, spitting, selling, what this main society is doing. I think what happens is we've gotten so American Christianity-ized, it's fake. It's nothing but pimping and pandering. I'm a person who got a Bible, believes in it. I put my faith on it. I'm willing to die for it. But what's going on in America is nothing but pimping and pandering in the pulpit.
So do you see your difference?
Yeah.
So you see that you compare to another person that you have the same religion, but you stick to your purpose because you see the positive in it. You know there's flaws, and you know there's like things that's
Yeah,
going on.
but that's what it says to do.
You're able to separate that.
But that's what it says. It says seek ye first. It didn't say a group. It didn't say me and Savage. It didn't say, yo, Sav, I'm going to sit here and give you some hierarchy, some ancient. I'm going to show you the book of Enoch when the angels come out hitting the girls and making these strange babies. It don't say nothing like that. It says you got to get yours individually.
You've been
It's
around
saying
for a minute.
if you're right, then how you walk, you're going to walk with people who are right.
Okay, there you go.
It doesn't say a herd mentality.
So
come on, bro.
Point.
They sit in the pulpit and said, if you don't vote for Trump, you're not a Christian. Now, mind you,
that's social.
I'm gonna be the first one to say it. Depending on who's running, it's either gonna be my man Cornel West or it's gonna be Trump. Whoever, it ain't gonna be Biden. It ain't gonna be no. But what I'm saying is, man, bro, I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. Most people get their faith off of a screen. If most men sat there and opened up their word and studied it and did a little history translation from not Greek, but from English to Hebrew, Aramaic, bro, their whole lens would just be like,
whoa. What do you think will happen if you just start over? You read all the religions. If you have an open mind, do you see that they all have the same purpose?
Yeah, there's some deep correlations.
They do it differently.
Yes, there's some deep correlations.
That's what needs to be taught.
Here's the problem, though.
You taught, but when people say they go religion, pick one. No.
But no, I don't think it's. I get what you're saying, but no, that's not the truth. I'm saying for people who live by faith. I'm not saying religion. I'm saying by faith.
How are you capable of being led by faith, though?
Because it's studied to show thyself to be approved. A workman need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. It didn't say opinion. It didn't say politics. It didn't say popularity. It didn't say who's the baddie next to you, what money you got in a bank account. I think the problem is men live afraid to live.
Men do.
And okay with being willing to die.
But where do men start from?
But what I'm saying is
men start from babies. I know, but men start from babies, men start from boys. Can a 5-year-old, do you think a 5-year-old has faith?
I believe a 5-year-old has faith.
Faith in what? How do they even know what faith is?
Here's the unique thing, but it's gonna get us out of our feelings conversation, and I want to stick where we're going because I don't want to get too broad. There have been moments where I remember situations when I was 2 or 3, as well as 5, as broad as daylight. That has to come from more than just an intellectual memory. That has to come from a powerful space or state.
But does
Where
it
my
bring you to a
understanding,
specific faith, though?
but let me finish. But my understanding was superior to who I am now. Listen to what I said. My understanding then was far more superior than it is to who I am now.
Because it's innocence.
Exactly. So
Right.
Then I understood.
You're not innocent no more. So
Bingo.
that's why you lead your faith through a specific religion.
No,
Because
no.
your innocence
was
your innocence was open-minded faith. It was just being who you are. That's the faith of being who you, because you don't know no different.
And I
That's
believe
the purity of faith.
And I believe, had I lived that way, unencumbered by my mother's meddling, I think I would have still walked in this faith.
You would
But
have
let me finish though.
Faith.
Let me finish though. It doesn't mean I wouldn't go sit down and hang out with some Hindus, some Muslims.
Why not?
I said it doesn't mean that I wouldn't.
Oh, no,
It means that I would be comfortable hanging out and kicking it. That's who I am now. But what I'm saying is most people are so stuck on Christianity, Islam. But no one in America wants to say more people were brutalized, murdered, destroyed lives, domestic terrorism, genocide. The most violent, vehemently egregious acts happened from people who walked around with a Bible saying God is good.
Is that faith?
That's religion, bro. That's pimping and pandering at its greatest.
Is that an act of faith?
Bro, that was pimping and pandering at its greatest.
Right. But your faith is that religion that you focused on that had
that was religion. Exactly.
No, your faith.
And they even took words out of it. Well, hold on. They took words out of it to legalize what they did.
Young, we have natural faith. It's in our DNA and blood to have natural faith, right? I guess that's what you say. I don't know because I'm too young to pay attention to what faith is. So as you get older, knowing that faith, that just builds you, if that's what you want to call it, because words are just made up. But the faith, that feeling, you feel is faith, right? So when you get older, you're manipulated to structure into a religion. And thus the word manipulation.
Some truth in that. Some truth
right.
in that.
You're manipulated to structure into a certain religion. But that's why I brought up this. If you study all religions, all the gods that people, you know what I mean? Because how are you gonna knock a Buddhist if he's living his life righteously the way he is and he's successful, living by Buddha? That's his God. That God is the elephant for this person. The God is a white guy for this guy. The white guy is a never-headed black man for this guy. But they're living successfully. They're living righteously, right? But they believe in that God. So how can we sit there and say that your one religion is the way to live and this is what life's supposed to be when everybody succeeded with their own belief of faith?
That's the problem. I can honestly tell you, I tried Islam, Buddhism, New Age, science, etc. But when my mom died, bro, within 4 months, I knew my faith. All
right.
I'm just being out for me.
We can relate on this one because my mother passed too, and I changed totally. So then I want to know. I need some knowledge from you because I don't think they passed at the same age, and we're in a different era, so I think we reacted differently. So I want to know because you're the OG to me. So I want to know what changed your faith in that when that happened. What changed you? What made you change?
My mom got out of my way. Mom got out of my way. That's the easy way to explain it. My mom got out of the way. Because boys raised, remember this. Boys, I'm still a mama's boy. Let's just call it for what it is. My mom's approval was more important than certain things in life. Taking care of my mom, giving my mom an enema, doing my mom dialysis in her house. You know what I mean? Like those years of doing things for my mom, it broke me down. It made me depressed, suicidal, antisocial. I'm taking care of my mom by myself. My brothers aren't showing up. This is not what I wanted to do. It's not the life that I wanted for myself. I still believe in God. Don't get me wrong. I didn't understand God. When my mom passed, I lost something can never be replaced. I would go, if I could, I'd go happily, bro. I'd be dancing to the Dougie, give my mom another, you know what I'm saying? To go give my mom her dialysis, or, you know what I mean? Or go sit in there and listen to her on the machine, make sure she's alive. But when she died, a part of me that said, my mom's gone. Like, there's nothing else this world can do to me. There's nothing you can take away from me. There's no hustle you can give me. There's no dream you can sell me. There's not a lie you can tell me that I'm going to sit here in your face and be okay with. When my mom died, she's never coming back. When she died, I had to start becoming a man because I didn't have my mom to go back to and take care of.
Facts. And as a man, being a man, do you really need a woman to take care of you to be a man? Or do you need to be a man first? No, but wait. I'm gonna go back to that.
Yes,
because
this is why.
Well, wait. I'm trying to get to a point because
okay,
you use this word and I had to look it up and it has a certain definition. So you said faith, right? The definition of faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something.
Correct.
So going back to the 5-year-old with pure faith, his trust and confidence is built by who raised you.
But there was something bigger happening. I agree with you. I'm not arguing that. But for me,
you're not. I'm getting to it. You're nonchalant. I'm walking. You don't, as a kid, you don't have a thought. Well, let me just die. The faith is keep going, keep learning. The trust in being alive. The trust in something. The something is you capable of continuing.
So,
I'm able to walk. I'm able to talk. I'm able to do this. Faith.
I understand what you're saying. Yes.
Faith. All right. So that being said, that's the purity of faith. But when you start learning more about life and what it's capable of who to be confident or trust, or something to really believe it, if you know that you said Western, you even changed. We all do it. Change the name. It's not Christianity no more. It's Westernized Christianity. Or you can say Westernized Buddhism, Westernized Muslim. Westernized is changed, right? Because there's a manipulation in there that you are not confident about, that you're not trusting. So if there's human beings out there that are capable of changing their trust, which is all natural, or changing your trust, knowing that it's a negative manipulation, and they're calling it Christian, when your natural born faith is in no religion, it's in your own being.
I see where you're
going.
How
could you not? How can anybody sit there knowing these definitions of life and sit there and be like, well, I'm going to believe in this because of this? Or when they know that all these religions together have the same purpose, just differently. Why isn't the purpose the most important out of all the religions, to get rid of the religion and say this is purpose?
So I think.
Wait, hold on. I'm not done. Hold on. Because every man, what do we live by, and why are we chasing our faith? Why are we chasing our religion? Why are we chasing to be the man for our woman, children? Why are we fighting? What is that? What is that called that we're doing as a man that is all natural, like faith, to us, that we cannot stop doing?
I love where you're going with this, because you rigged the deck well. You rigged the deck, but I think I can pull the carpet from up under you.
Let's see if you can.
I can pull the carpet from up under you.
All right.
We live in wavering faith. Let me finish. Let me finish.
You just called it a different name.
No, let me finish though. I can give you an anecdote.
All right.
So me, you, and there's two other cats that unapologetic, and then the crazy one that was talking all the time.
Who's that?
The brother who has his own truck company.
My
You know
man,
what I'm talking-
church.
Church. If it's
These
us
niggas-
four, let me finish this story.
All right, I'm done. Go ahead.
And it's about 15 Muslims, 15 Buddhists, 15. They identify Christian, Buddhist, Muslim, whatever. A group pulled up. There's nowhere to go. We can't pull out no guns or nothing. Just let me finish this crazy thought. And they said, "Who are you? How do you identify with it?" And they just did this tally. They just took a piece of paper. They got all the data, like they came to a census, and they said, "Okay, all the if you're Muslim or Christian, are you willing to die for your faith?" Now, mind you, these are blanks in the gun. Blanks in the gun. Listen to what I'm saying. Blanks in the gun. They go to you first. You say, "I'm atheist." They say, "Are you willing to die for this?" You like, okay. You see what? I believe you're going to say yes. I don't think you're going to argue it. Follow me. So they're going to set you to the left. They going to go to these Christians, Buddhists. They going to go to unapologetic. They going to go to the church. They going to go to all of us. For some reason, I believe you going to say, "I'm going to die for what I believe in." I know now, since my mom passed, let me finish. Since my mom, what I've learned about who I am as a human being and how I plan and how I have to die. And what I mean by that is I'm going to die this way. I'm going to be standing next to you on that side. They're going to say, "If you're willing to die for your faith, go over here." My assumption is, and this is fucked up to say in America, bro, I believe out of the 15 Muslims, I believe at least 10 of them going to be standing with us. And I believe about 5 out of that 15 Christians are going to be standing with us. Out of them Buddhists, them Buddhists, I believe because of their faith, I believe they just going to be hanging, just seeing what's going to happen. They're going to pick up them guns and they're going to say, I'm giving you the last chance to denounce your faith, not your wavering faith, your faith. With that being said, and you on mute, and I'm going to shut up at this point. This goes into being your feelings, how we act, and how we move as human beings. I hate to say it, bro, but I think a lot of them Christians are going to take a second look at their faith and walk on the other side.
I say 98%.
But I'm saying in the group with us, that control group. So I say that to you to say is,
not controlled.
As you're trying to say, how do we get away from religion and being right or wrong? I think at some point, man is designed to be a certain way. Just my opinion. Man is designed to be a certain way, a provider, a leader, a teacher, and not to deal with a lot of bullshit. And I think what we've lost in America is our faith, because our faith is a bunch of gay ass stories and some pimping and pandering in a pulpit, and everybody's buying everything but not buying it for themselves.
What we lost is ourselves.
I'm willing to give you that. And if I get in trouble for what I stated, I still stand by it.
We don't get in trouble. This is savage.com. We don't get in trouble. Fuck. Man, I'm not even .com. I hate people who say that. It's savagecom.entertainment. So this is why it is what it is, and this is why I talk about what I talk. And I don't give a fuck. We can say anything. I don't care if you two don't fucking like what we say. Somebody's listening, and that's all I fucking care about. Not them giving me the money.
What I'm saying is, if this was...
Not them giving me the money for the content. I want the content to be given to the people for them to use to change their lives around, because I refuse to live in a world with you fucked up fucking people.
With that being said, I believe if this was broadcast to 100 million Christians, I believe they would come up with every story, every excuse, other than the fact that you're willing to die for your faith.
So, all right, let me rock with what you talk about, because you just said it. You believe that will happen, right? What will get you in the form of thought to believe in that? of what you're speaking?
3 reasons. More Christians are leaving the faith.
They're already Christians, though. How'd they become that?
Let me finish.
That's what I'm saying.
I get you. More Christians go to church for the music. And more of those who call themselves Christians get their faith daily from an app. I'm gonna find it for you.
Okay.
They get their daily verse,
From
and they
an
call
app.
that studying
On social media,
on the Bible app.
which can be manipulated every day. Yeah.
But on the Bible app, and they call themselves studying. Bro, most I'm speaking. You know, I ain't gonna speak for most. For me, when my life is doing good, when I got 20, 30 minutes in the morning to open up that book and read it. That's how my life goes.
You have time to yourself to do what you want to do. Okay.
I got to the point where I came to this first.
Right, because that's
what's real.
That's what we started. We're human. We follow.
This is a weapon of mass destruction.
That's the weapon of mass destruction that you're allowing to be the weapon of mass destruction.
Man, this pimp better than pussy. Let's just be honest.
Actually, it's not. I love pussy. That shit, and it's all natural. That shit feels good. I'd rather fuck some
I'm
pussy
saying most young people. Most young people.
Well, that's bringing it to a different level of it. But I want to go, like I said, my whole source is the domino effect. The beginning. Right, where it starts. You said, I asked you a question. Do you think a 5-year-old has faith?
I do.
Right. So, due to a 5-year-old having faith, is that natural in your blood, in your DNA, in your natural reaction of what you are as a human?
So, do you not believe?
Wait, no. That's a yes.
I'm gonna say yes because
Okay, yes.
I believe we are born with consciousness.
Okay.
I believe we're born.
We have to be born with consciousness to be able to keep going.
No, I believe we're born with consciousness.
I believe
we're born with I believe we're born with the tools that get beat down by being raised by a mom or having a parent that hands you this and society and what society tells us right or wrong. I honestly believe that
as a 2-year-old, you don't even know what a mom is, but you're willing to have faith, natural born to trust in that person.
You know the titty. Come on, bro. Nah, I ain't going to that one.
Faith.
By 2, you know what a mom is.
Definition. No, you don't.
You know what a mom is.
You don't even know how to spell it.
It's not the words. It's the action.
No. It's the action of someone giving you the complete trust and having the confidence in continuing because of the consciousness, natural born consciousness.
So let me say this.
To follow the natural born consciousness that we have is to follow someone that's nurturing us. So we can continue going.
Let me say this then, because this is to your benefit. No, this is to your benefit.
Okay.
There is no one size fit all.
It can't be because things change.
So with that being said, from your argument, perfectly logic.
But
Not your argument. Hold on, let me correct this because it's very important. From your position and opinion, there is a whole bunch of truth in what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not an argument, because it's a logical position. We like to use these words, so I wanted to strip that from the conversation. From your position, there was some logical truth to that.
I want to.
Man, how many drinks you having? I'm drinking spring water, and you over there drinking like it's going out of style.
This is what I do. You know,
so I'm gonna have to go get me a drink just to salute you.
I told you gonna have to get a drink, man.
I'm gonna have to go get this tequila. Hold on, let me go get this tequila.
And as he goes get that tequila, we are gonna put back up. If you right at the bottom of the screen, you go ahead and get your tequila. Bottom of the screen, as you've been seeing through the whole show, it says if you're enjoying this content, which this is fucking phenomenal content. This is a man channel, but it doesn't exclude women because it has everything to do with you too. Because it's learning to see what a man thought is, a man's process, how men think. Because I believe that a lot of women don't take the time out, and a lot of men don't either. A lot of men, a lot of women, a lot of people take let's get it hot. don't take the time out to realize what is what. That being said, I'm going to say it again. If you're enjoying this content and you know, you really think this is a good conversation and you want to support this this stream or support the content or support what the agenda is, please hit that Cash App. And I also need a coffee in the morning.
Here comes the money. Here we go.
Give me your fucking money! Give me your fucking money! Give me your fucking money!
I appreciate
If I had the bread, just to stop you from ever putting that on ever again.
Well, you know what? You can do it too. Hit that Cash App.
I got you.
If you don't want to see that.
So the reason why I was so interested in doing this, and I took out my work off the wall because I had the whole paper, the blueprint. We're doing a project, a live. When I was telling you about Brother Love Culture and Company, but I'm doing a live event, and the title is I'm trying to find it. About that violence, a face-to-face discussion about what is going on to us. And because we need to have this conversation, because I think that even men who want peace, they get triggered. I'm going to use that word now, and want to be violent or something they don't agree with. They want to go at somebody, etc., without using critical thinking. And I think the importance of this is certain people in media or deep thinkers, people who are trying to use logic to explain some situations, are saying out of the best of their predictions is that majority of this violence is happening because most people are tired. A, B, they don't fit in, they're isolated, and 3, they get a high off of watching TV. Regardless of whether it's Netflix, HBO, watching the Fast and the Furious, whatever it is, and we're no longer sitting in front of each other having conversations. We're no longer having conversations of I believe in you, I see you, I hear you, I support you, or even teaching others how to disagree with somebody else's way of moving. And I think that this is important, because I think we're past that conversation of talking anymore, man. I think, I'm talking about like this.
Right.
I think we got to get in front of people, because it's easy for somebody to be a troll.
I think we got to push it. I think we got to push it to the limit, to the what did Malcolm X say? By any means necessary. If you really care about your culture, you really care about your people. It also brings me back to that movie. If you really care about your people, care about your culture.
Yeah, but even Malcolm realized some of them people ain't his people.
But that's what I'm saying with the separation. Once you realize that your people ain't on your side, indeed. Ooh,
yeah, I'm worse than a lightweight.
Since you showed me, I'm gonna show you, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Oh man, yeah,
151.
Yeah, this is this is 40. But I'm worse than a lightweight, man. It ain't even featherweight. It takes just a little bit to send me off.
That's cool. That one drink, you good.
But what I love about, and I want to get, and it's not even giving you your flowers, I want to acknowledge you, bro, because you are not afraid to. You're a disruptor, and we need that. We live in a world where we need disruptors, and we need disruptors not to poke and prod and to bring contention or notoriety. We need disruptors because the norm has the ruler right now. And the norm is dysfunctional. It's not working. The machine's not working. The machine will not work. And if the machine could work, would be none of us here. I'm be honest with you. They trying to. Some people say the world needs 8 million people on the planet to save it. But if we already look at the planet is moving on its axis, like we're never going back to normal. But unless we got disruptors, bro, no one's going to question anymore. More people are willing to jump. Here's some simple proof. I looked at Twitter for France and the riots. Then I went on YouTube and looked at France and riots. Then I went on Google, looked at France riot. Then I used and I haven't used it fully, but I used forgot what they call it, where it allows me a private VPN. I didn't see lions walking down the street on YouTube. I didn't see lions and black rhinos walking down the middle streets. I didn't see wild animals being left from the zoo. So there's an agenda where Google says we're not going to put anything that offends anybody.
They're not going to put alpha.
Facebook is not going to put out anything that offends America. And they sure are not going to show thousands of Muslims in France with Muslim flags taking over the city and standing on their flags and their monuments, because they don't want individuals thinking about freedom.
Yeah, because you know what? When you have the ultimate feeling that you're free, you have freedom of choice. You have freedom of decision. You have freedom of no manipulation. And the way America is not America. When they say matrix, brother, that's automatic manipulation.
And the crazy, but even that,
the words that people use, the words that are pushed, nobody's even listening to what's being said to them. These are
they're not hearing. No, they're not hearing.
No. We all hear. I can hear a bang across the street, and I don't know what it is. But if I had the knowledge and I listen to sounds, and I hear that bang, oh, that's a firecracker. Oh no, that's a shotgun. Oh no, that's a 9mm going off. Knowledge of listening instead of
there you go.
I hear everything.
But there's something.
I forget. That don't mean I know what it is.
There's a word before hearing, and I forget the word. It's not acknowledging. It's not referencing. It's not. There's another word that somebody said. There's another word before hearing, which blew me away. It's like recognizing. The word is simple as you recognize something. Then your conscious hears it as it goes through, and then you listen and filter it through your thinking or the motor that's available to you. But I want to get back to this point, bro.
Wait. Before you go there, what you just said, because I want to get on that point. You said recognize, right? What's the bigger picture of recognizing? What is the ultimate, like, why do we try to recognize? To know.
Right. So we understand. Right. We see we're familiar with it.
So what the agenda is in that situation is to know. We use recognizing to build ourselves up to know. So I recognize that sound. Let me hear that sound again. Okay, what is that sound? Let's look up that sound. Let's explore what that sound is. But now I recognize that sound, and now I know the knowledge of it because I looked it up in the research and I cared about myself.
We don't do that anymore.
I know. That's what I'm trying
to get. We go directly to our feeling.
That's what I'm trying. That's the ultimate goal. On everybody's losing common sense, logic of wanting, and in order to want that,
hold on, Sam. Before you hijack my statement, hold on. Before you hijack,
my bad. Go ahead. My bad.
Bro, you are relevant to what's necessary to this country. And I'm saying this as a person who walks around, will tell you, Yeshua, Jesus Christ is my all. It's not my faith that's telling you this. It's me as a man telling you we live in a culture where we need a room with 21 of you. Not a room of the top 10 experts on social media. We need men like you who want to have the conversation, who says, aside from the bullshit, let's just get to it.
Right.
Because I've never heard you to this day, even when you had your heated discussions with my man, which I wish he was on here, when we talking about the police, bro, you're not a dude that's about violence in your words.
Nah.
But do you realize how powerful that is?
Yeah.
I'm no, bro. That is
I
powerful.
Do. This is the reason why I push it, because I'm also power on the other level.
But
like me, I know my past. I'm powerful being negative. I'm super powerful. I could destroy. But that just builds nothing but negative bullshit.
It goes back to the Jordan Peterson statement.
It goes back to the equal level of positivity. If I am as equal positivity, knowing that what you just said, I'm as equal as negative, that's a big problem. That's why I'm talking about it. People's words can get you deleted.
So that's why we need more. We need more Savage. Okay, we need more brother Jim Savage online, is what I'm saying.
Facts.
We need you in the conversation. No disrespect to Joe Rogan. I like what he's speaking. I like what he's doing. I love Cornel West. I've met him before. I didn't take a picture because I'm like, why am I taking a picture with a man? It's not Ice Cube. Back in the day when I met Ice Cube, Yo-Yo and them, they was like real.
Right.
Like it was just
Ice Cube is still real.
But what I'm saying is there's a difference between when someone gets too intellectually smart, they're no longer valuable to the population. I'm just being honest. Some people are so smart, they're stupid. Some people are so intellectually book smart.
Well, I can't allow that one because I'm so smart. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro. You don't walk around. But you don't walk.
But wait.
Okay, let me be specific.
I'm intellectually smart, but it's
but you don't walk around with a textbook.
Right. I'm not. I can walk around with a textbook, but I know that's not the only thing.
That's my point.
There's nuance. There's lives. There's situations, and it's also anecdotal, which you shouldn't dwell on. There's anecdotal that you should use to build up your argument.
So I love what you said, but you are not just book smart. You're real life intellectual. So when I text any man, I don't care who it is, my brother, a cousin, business associate, I have one statement. I hit the double letters MM, and it says love, peace, brotherhood. I don't care if you're white, black, Arabic, Haitian, Creole. When I text a man, a male, and I've had brothers come to me and say, bro, this is hard to receive. Like, I know it's no homo to it, but it's hard to receive because you're saying love. Brothers are saying it's the hardest thing for me to see from you saying it. They say it makes me want to step away from you. Yep. Because I'm telling them love, peace, and brotherhood. Hebrews 13 says, love your brother as if it's you. Look out for your brother who is in jail. But what I'm saying to you is, bro, you move in a way where you say by your actions that I've had with you. And we've only known each other for this window. Right. Your action says, I'm going to fuck with you to help us get to a place where we can help others.
Right.
I've never heard you behind, and I'm saying this so everybody can hear it. He has never in any conversation has he stated anything other than let's get it. Let's get people to thinking. Let's change the narrative. Let's push men to be men. Let's help us to be better people. Hey, I think Christianity is fupa. He has never not been who he is one heaven. And I'm looking through God be my witness. We need men like that, bro. We need men like that. You don't have to believe in my faith to walk with me. And you is something that, hey, bro, you different, bro. You built different, and we need more like you on this planet. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. Now let's get back to where we going. How we moving? It's not giving you your roses. It's giving you facts.
But I'm gonna take it as roses. I appreciate you, bro, for saying that. Because to be honest with you, I do this because I know now this is my purpose, right? And I'm not gonna stop. I don't care if you, I can't take it. I don't give a fuck if you can't take it. My purpose is for you to be a better man because I refuse to be around lesser men. You know what I'm saying? I refuse. So if I feel like you could be a better man, I'm gonna try to build you. And I'm gonna fucking be in your ass till you get there, because I might have seen something you never seen in yourself. You have potential to help my motherfucking business. You have the potential to help my growth in this world. And it's not only my growth is everyone's growth to me. Because I'm on everyone's side that wants to grow.
They just said something, bro. I think Seven's saying some people get so above earth it's hard to relate to. Bro, you is relatable.
My man Drunk is on point.
Bro, you relatable. And here's the thing though.
My man Drunk, shout out to him. He fucks with us. He fucks with all the networks. He's on it. He's a good dude. He rocks with us. And him saying that's the one. That's the
bro,
person
you the dude
we go and get. And like, listen,
I got you.
This is what we are. Listen, I see your purpose. If you flaw, we're gonna help change that shit. Those are the people you grab. Those are the people you're like, you know what? We're on team. We need to build.
Dude, I get you, but you the dude Tim Ross is not gonna sit in the room with. You the dude with the owner, but listen to what I'm saying though. You the dude Donald Trump may sit in the room with for a few minutes. You the dude Donald Trump ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Like not gonna bring you on his campaign. Let me finish though.
Okay, go ahead, my bad.
Biden, he ain't gonna fuck with you because even with his CIA protective, whatever that is, they're not gonna fuck with you. Here's the important thing, bro. The fraud does not fuck with light.
America's a fraud.
Period. I don't care who you. The fraud does not fuck with light. And I'm telling you, bro, you may not realize it yet, bro, but you light. I know you giving my boy Drunk. I like Drunk because he been on some of our, you know what I mean, in the past. Like, I'm trying to figure out when you gonna get his ass to come out of hiding because you got me out of hiding.
I know. I want to see Drunk.
Just to be honest with you, because hey, Drunk, check this out, bro. I don't get on nobody's podcast but my dudes. Like, I'm just letting you know. Like, I deal with mental health, depression, you name it, PTSD, but I fucks with Savs. I'm just letting you know, Drunk. You need to get your ass out and come and see. But the thing is, bro,
it's a real movement, B.
The reason why it's important, because I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna create my materials for social media. I'm gonna do my little spiel. I'm gonna ask men. I'm not asking, bro, your ethnicity, whatever. I'm just asking men to come to a table, and we're gonna talk about violence. But here's the kicker, bro. It's not gonna be online. It's gonna be in front of people, knowing that you're gonna have trolls there. You got people who want to try but don't know how to try. Because I'm learning how to be about my face direction, not making people happy. Bro, the one thing that you do better than I do, bro, you gives two fucks. I'm learning to not give two fucks for my position, how I stand. I'm 52, bro. I'm 52. I done worked at some of the best companies. I done been fucked over by some of the best people. I done had conversation with some amazing people. I've been in places where they say a black man who did the shit that I do will never be there. I've been there. I've done that. That's why I tell people if I die tomorrow, I've lived the best life. It's not about money because you can't take it with you. But the conversations I done had with young people ready to go kill themselves and grabbing them by their shoulder and saying, motherfucker, if you kill yourself, I'm going to come back and bring you back to life so I can take you out again so you can see it twice. We need more like you, bro. And I think that the issue is, bro, I think you should work to be deleted. I think your goal, your work is to be deleted, as mine is. If I'm honest, if I walk the way that you walk, when I'm hiding behind my comforts, like we being online, my goal is to be deleted, bro. My goal is to be deleted saying I believe in men and what men should be. There's no pronouns, there's no adverbs, no proverbs. It's just a man walk a certain way, a woman walk a certain way. And if you don't align with that, it's okay with it, but you're not controlling the narrative. 2, we have to start saving ourselves so we can save others, so we can get men who don't walk around with tight jeans with their pants hanging up under their ass. And if the sunlight hits them, you can see it through it. You see what I'm saying? We need to get to a point where we get to where we need to be. Here's a crazy thing. When she said rational in love, If you love yourself, you're not gonna let somebody slap you in your face.
There's no ration.
If you love yourself, you're not gonna. But you're not gonna. If you love yourself, the law of loving yourself is not allowing somebody to lie to you.
No,
loving yourself is the law of not being
loving
used for a
yourself.
lie.
Because you can't just go by loving yourself. That's another part of it. That's one thing you should fucking fight for is loving yourself.
Love yourself means respect yourself.
Like, to respect yourself is to know yourself. Really? So when a person, when you respect yourself and love yourself, yes, you can allow somebody to lie to you. You can allow them to. You are allowing a situation for you to prove that you are the man who you are.
So I love what you just said.
Lie to me? Okay, but you know what I seen in you before you lied to me? It's potential. So since you lied to me, let me explain to the reason why you lied to me. Let me explain.
You're a different dude with that one.
Totally
wow.
Different. Let me explain, because you got to be bigger. Here's the thing. Everybody wants to.
Hold on, go back to that. No, say that again, bro. Say that again. You said because you lied. Hey, bro, you taught me something.
You have to be so much bigger. I'm going to allow you to lie to me. Because you know what? I can take it. And I see, I understand. Because you know what? I've been in your place. We can't stay in that place. In order for you to be the teacher, you got to realize that's the place you've been through. And that's the place you didn't succeed with. But you understand you're a human. You're going to lie because you don't know. That's your natural reaction. I'm a liar. I'm insecure. I'm not insecure. I'm a man. God damn it. No matter what choice.
Bro, I'm still tripping off of you right there.
What choice I choose, this is what my goal and my purpose. I'm a fucking man. No matter what I choose to do.
You lie to me before.
I will allow you to lie because you know what? I'm a liar. I'm a teacher. I'm a learner. I'm gonna tell you something gonna fuck you up, and if I do lie, it's because I don't know. And what I want to do is never lie, because I want to know. So if I do lie, I'm gonna critique that shit, make up for it as a man, and I'm gonna come back and teach it so that shit will never happen again. We don't need to lie. No one as a human being needs to fucking lie. When you lie, you're insecure. Plain and simple. You lying because you're scared. You're scared. People are scared to tell their kids there ain't no motherfucker Santa Claus. People are telling there ain't no.
I gotta say something, bro.
No, listen. For you to appreciate your parents more, listen. I know you believed in the story too, but I'll be your tooth fairy for you, baby. If you want to use the story, I'll be your tooth fairy for you. If you want to believe in that until you understand, I'm gonna put this dollar under your pillow because you're our kid. What you need to understand is your mom is your supporter. Your father is your supporter. I'm going to put this 5 under there because these fairy tales get you to succeed as a kid. But kids don't need, listen, kids have a certain time frame now because the world has changed. You need to adapt and advance to your situation. They are forcing adulthood on children. But you really don't want children to be adult, but you have no choice now. So adapt to your situation. At least tell them that I am the one that you need to go to for your information, for your support. Know that I love you beyond your fucking feelings.
Bro,
beyond your feelings.
Hey, bro. It ain't the alcohol. Hold on.
It's not the alcohol. I'm not your friend.
No, I'm telling for me. It ain't the alcohol. You just fucked me up.
My bad.
I've been listening to everything you said, but you said I'm gonna lie you. I'm allow you to lie to me because I can take it. Do you really? I'm gonna be. Hey, bro, I gotta say this. I got a brother from another mother. He's about 5'5". He got red hair and this fucked up ass beard. Now, white boy. When you said that, that's the only person on this planet, bro, other than my boy Big Kev. That's the only other person I know would be that person. That's rare. Excuse my language, as many niggas as I know.
Hold on,
hold on. Listen to what I said.
Wait. This one thing I have to do. I have to do it because I never would have expected this. I just got hit up in my Cash App. And one of the names that hit my Cash App is a guy I got into it with on one of the shows, which I was going to put there. And I have a conclusion thought for this person, which is all positive. But I wanted to build the show in a way to take my negative of the feelings and build a positive to let him know who I really am. He just hit me on my Cash App, hit me with the money. And I'm gonna give a shout out to this guy. All salute. That's serious. He never put in the comments or nothing like that. He never put in the comments or nothing like that. He just hit my Cash App. That means he's listening. Air horn to him. Now,
See, bro, that's how powerful you
it's
are.
not about the cash, my nigga. It's about the acknowledgement. And for you to even give cash, you understand what I'm saying. Shout out to my man, Angry Man, the one that told me to suck his dick in a heated conversation. And the only reason why listen, you saw my reaction. I smiled. It's just funny. It's comedy to me. Because you know what? I'm a higher pitcher. And I'm not saying I'm higher than you, my man. I'm saying we are both of the same skin, the same talk, the same money, the same purpose.
So I got to ask you a question with that. And this is going to piss off a lot of people and cause a lot of problems. You said same people, same color, same money, same purpose. But what happens when you got somebody who, like my boy Mac, who's white, 5'4", redhead, will pull out the Glock and hold on and do the jail time with me and never complain?
Here's the thing. We got to separate this. I'm going to say this first. Same skin. This is what we need to focus on first as black people. Because we're the ones losing. That's why I said that first.
We'll talk. No questions. No questions.
I'm not excluding any other race because there is none. It's humanity. It's one race, two genders. That's it. But since we are losing as the melanated skin, since society wants to put it this way, because we have to put our words into we have to put our words together for people to understand what we're talking about. That's why people watch certain movies, because they relate and it's what they like. But the words have to be specific also. I am a big fan of words used strategically. You know what I mean? Someone just hit me with the other day. The just in a sentence changed the whole scenario. The word just in a sentence changed the meaning of that sentence. When you take it out, the meaning is so much different. I am a word man. So, that being said, we have to sit back and listen to each other. First thing first, the melanated skin people are disrespected at the highest point of anything. We are the creators and the rotators of this motherfucking world. So we need our respect. I don't want it. You need to give it. Because with your ideas, you can't continue without giving us respect. That's what we need to start realizing. That's where we're going to come to one band, one sound. That's how black people should be. Because one band is music. Black people are music. Black people are sound. Black people are feeling. Black people are the originators of the sole purpose of a God. Test my theory. That doesn't exclude anybody else in the world. The original color is black. You get white out of black, you get every color out of black. And that we're not even black. You know what I'm saying? We are melanated, but we are the closest to the word black. And everything y'all do is because of us.
Yeah, but I got to say something, bro. Stay away from the word black. Let's stay melanated, because if you look at Constitution. But hold on, but I got one more thing too. This is about what you just said.
Wait, I'm trying to create the transfer from black to melanin.
Right.
We are not black, but we are the closest color to it, which is the melanin. All right, so we can change the crayon and the colors of black. We're not a crayon color.
Yeah.
We are melanated.
And what did Drunk say?
But what it is this. we have to respect each other as what we are as one. If we want to put us all together. Until we get to that day of respecting each other as we are one race, we have to, like, not have to, but we're going to, I don't like the word have to. Due to the situation and time, we had to adapt and advance to what we need to do to get to the bigger picture. We see melanated skin being disrespected, which is the idea of the rotation of Earth. We need to get respected. We need to put in position of our respect.
Real talk.
So the world could spin naturally.
Real talk.
Okay, so if we're all one race and you're disrespected just because of the color of my skin, you're on the wrong page, bro. Plain and simple.
So Drunk had a comment, bro.
Let me see what it is.
It clarifies exactly what the hell I said. Oh, I'm sorry, what the happiness I said.
Listen, I'm a rock with my man. I love my man, but you know I'm a savage, and I'm real life. Like you said, we the true children of Israel, true, and I give that all respect. But we are the true children, all of us. No matter what skin color we are the children of Earth. We are childs of Earth. To be honest with you, if you want to respect without Earth, we don't exist. So our God should be this Earth. So that means we should be working together as one anyway to survive. Protect our Earth, which y'all ain't doing that. Protect our life, which y'all ain't doing that. I like to live with people that like to have fun, with new ideas, to create on a positive level. To know that there's negative shit, but use that to our advantage to make a positive. That's what everybody tries to live for. That's what love is. That's what life is. That's what living is. Why the fuck? If you didn't have love, you would not want to live, right or wrong.
Real talk.
So how you gonna put your small boxed religion above love, which is helping you live regardless?
Real talk. Real talk.
Which, like I said, 2 years old, 5 years old, your natural instinct, natural ability is faith. Y'all want faith? Believe in your fucking self. Believe positively, and we can all work together to make everything we need. If you work through your natural born faith, it'll eliminate your robots that you create. But if you want robots, you could create them to deal with the fat motherfuckers that want McDonald's.
What did Melissa say? She said fat, lazy, and nasty food.
Right.
Melissa said,
you know what I'm
fat,
saying?
lazy, and
people
nasty
have their
food.
choices.
Bro,
you want to build robots
nasty.
and not have robots take over us? Build them for the motherfuckers that want to be fat and lazy.
So this is my question then. When are we gonna do this next time? I don't care.
You know what?
There. Let me finish.
Was so powerful that we're gonna have to do it until I get locked. I have to say this. I'm gonna get locked up on the 25th of this month.
Oh shit. Okay.
And I have to say this also, due to my motherfucking angels, and due to my positive thinking, my positive enforcement of moving forward and being positive about other people and not put myself first, like always. But actually, I am put myself first because I'm the one that want to be the teacher for other people. Today is putting self first. The world, the universe, y'all gods, and mine are working for me. They gave me more time to talk to people. They gave me more time to even put on this show. Anything that's happening with the time that somebody that y'all thought control you, that's a god, my nigga. You don't understand. We are all gods in our own fucking image of what we image of our higher power. Y'all want to stick to religion? Go the fuck ahead. If what builds you, that's fine.
So then go back to my question.
First religion, make sure you have more than one religion. Your first religion should be the God within yourself, because nothing happens without you.
Well, he can't call you unless there's a you.
Nobody can call anybody because we're here with no knowledge. So you have to.
What I'm saying,
You have to be
have
about
knowledge
you
of self.
regardless.
So
Until you
let me
feel
ask
your
you
higher
this then.
power, then flow.
So what day did you say? The 25th?
25th of this month, I'm getting locked up. I am going to have an online party for Jim Savage for his going away party, and it might not be as far as I'm going away for 4 months, which is mandatory. But they're telling me that due to classes and other things, I could be out earlier. But I'm expecting the 4 months. I'm putting my mind frame on 4 months.
So then, with that being the case, when are we doing the next show?
As soon as possible. Next topic for men growth, let's do it. Whatever you think that you feel, that's what we're going to do a show. When I feel like I did, I'm going to call you up. We're going to do a show.
Friday,
There's no
Saturday,
more
Sunday,
structure.
then. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Then we'll do that. 3 days versus any day.
You want to do it all 3 days? Okay.
We can do it all 3.
We can do it
2 to 3. We can do it 3 to 3, 2 to 3, 1 to 3.
It's
we
official.
are capable of doing whatever we want to do. This is how we control our community.
Marathon. We're doing a Friday, Saturday, Sunday marathon.
Let's do it. I have the time to do it right now.
Y'all heard it. I'm committing to it. A Friday, a Saturday.
This is what I am going to do. Since my man, that means a lot to me. And I'm going to shout you out, angry man. That means a lot to me. That you are listening and took the time out to even think about a nigga like me that's savage. Yeah. Jim Savage.
Dude,
I know I put your name on the what's the name, but that's a sign of respect. There's no hard feelings. I don't give a fuck if you tell me to suck your dick. I need you to understand who the fuck I am. And it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do that for you. If that's what you want, then find somebody else.
I think that was hyperbole, my nigga.
Hold up. Find the motherfuckers that are not being themselves and catering to you and not being themselves. I'd rather them cater to you because you are who you are than them trying to follow because they aren't who they are. There are a lot of motherfuckers who are biased, and the words I'm using are strategic, who are seeming like they sucking your dick. Don't tell me to suck your dick when I'm not doing it and I'm fighting against you. Tell the niggas that are catering and pandering to you to suck your dick because they are doing that.
Oh my gosh.
Those are strategic words. Come at me if you feel some type of way. My main choice, I can say this because my main agenda is for positivity. I'm triggering you to get at me to have the discussion so you can see who I am to have that positive discussion. That's my whole purpose of triggering y'all. Not to fuck with you, but to fuck with you to get on a better page.
So then let's just say Friday evening, we jumping online.
Well, here's the thing.
Going live.
Friday, we have Savage 3. I know we've been slacking because the Savage 3 are 3 people that have a lot going on.
So what time does that go on?
So me, I'm capable of making my own schedule because I'm a boss in this world.
So then why don't we do this then?
So we could do it Friday. To me, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we could do it. But if we do have Savage 3 on a Friday, I'd rather you come up on Savage 3 and have our discussion, and then we can do Saturday, Sunday. But if we don't have Savage 3 on Friday, we do we do Crown Talk Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Crown Talk is man.
Okay, so let it be known if the Savage 3 is not happening Friday, we're gonna jump on Crown Talk. I'll jump on. You just let me know what time, Mountain. And we're gonna get it back in, bro. You just gave me a lot to think about. You done gave me some, bro. I'm gonna allow you to lie to me because I can take it. That's still in my.
Here's the thing. I'm not in the atmosphere. I'm not in that position of trying to lie to nobody. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I know there's people out there who are not on my level. I'll allow them to lie to me. And I know they're not on my level by the way I projected myself on them to speak to me a certain way. So I know that you're capable of lying. So that's, if I see your potential, I want to teach you. But if you're lying to me and you keep it up with a purpose of consistency that you want to fuck with me, fuck your feelings, fuck your life.
All right, bro.
Dude, that's the savage part of me. I was raised I wasn't raised by my father, but I realized what a father is. I was raised by my mother, and I realized what a mother is. I'm not the one that's going to sit back and just let society make me who I am on a negative note. I'm going to let society teach me who I'm supposed to be and live in my motherfucking purpose. My purpose, and you know, I'm going to be real transparent right now because a lot of people don't know this. My real name is Aaron. My mother gave it to me specifically. That
Aaron?
dude that went on that hill was a speaker that had no knowledge. The one he came down the hill to get the knowledge from was Aaron. He had the influence to go up on the hill and speak to them. But guess what? That motherfucker is non-existent now in my life. I'm Aaron. I'm going to climb the hill, and now I'm going to talk to you. Because the times have changed. Adapt and advance. Savage. Angry man, I'm not going to even exploit your shit on this shit now because you know what? You get, that's man talk.
All right, bro. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
I'm
we
gonna
about to bring this to her.
I'm gonna get something to drink, and if it's pink, I'm gonna plug it.
Man, I ain't ate all day. I'm gonna eat. Put this liquor back behind me. Hey, bro, I appreciate it. Like,
man, I appreciate you for
I appreciate it, bro.
joining me with the joint, man. All men. This is a shout out to all men. I'm gonna say this, and I want you to say the same thing. I want us to end Crown Talk with a affirmation for men.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna say in this small area with my mind thinking so big. The word I use when you see somebody thinking in a small situation, make sure they hear you say, such a small box. Say that. And also, do not discredit any man that resembles you. Learn, teach, build. Let him build you. Don't feel like you high enough for where he can't. Because we're not perfect. Build a man, respect a man, create a man. Because that's what we're missing.
I like that.
Because that's what we're missing. We need men to stick by men. We hate that sister code, but we're not willing to build a man code. Build a man, assist a man, help a man, make sure men are men again. Let's stop bullshitting around, bro.
Real talk.
Stop arguing with each other. If you want to argue, make sure you know you argue for a conclusion that's a positive level. Fuck y'all arguments. I'll fucking slaughter y'all niggas if you have a negative. Fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm not, like I told them. I have a purpose.
I can't.
Watch the movie Eli. His purpose was to hold the Bible down to get the knowledge to the people who need to understand. What are he doing while he's going and protecting? Kill you.
He was going there.
He will
I was
kill you.
watching that. Yeah.
He will destroy you.
Yeah.
I'm capable.
So, let's get it going, bro. So
Man,
I love it. So go back to your, but hold on, go back to, but be specific on your affirmation. Say it again. Each man is a teach a man, build a man, respect a man. I like that.
Live like a man.
I like that.
Know that you was raised by a war man, but whoa, man.
Yeah.
We need to be a man.
It's a gift to be your own man.
It's a
love, but never.
It's a gift. It's a pleasure. It's an opportunity to be the God.
Yeah,
within yourself.
Yeah, never envy another. I love it, bro. It's a gift to be your own man.
Don't envy another. Envy yourself.
I love it. I love it. I'm about to go eat me some food, bro.
This was a real Crown Talk, baby.
Oh, bro, I'm going on the internet right now, start doing some research. You think, hey, bro, I don't be just sitting here anymore, bro. If I ain't getting nothing out of it, I ain't wasting my time. We good.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get off of this, take a couple more shots because my tolerance is high, and I'm going to use my talents to my best ability. And anybody I see that wants to be a part of this growth, I'm going to bring down here in my office and talk to them and teach them. I spent 5 hours last night with a dude. He's on a whole different level. And I'll
Let's
spend
invite
5
somebody
more
for
tomorrow.
Friday.
Let's
Or
go.
Saturday at least. Let's invite somebody for Saturday and Sunday.
Let's do it.
All right.
Real talk,
Peace.
man. Crown. Ladies and gentlemen, hold up. I'm about to make drunk a hold of the wrench. Another moderator. Oh, who's my moderators? American Black people. No. My moderators, if I have moderators, please do not knock what Trunk says. If it says show it, let's show it. This is Savage Conduct Entertainment. We want to hear everything. Because you know what? In the midst of someone's rage could be a learning opportunity. Networking is in every situation you put yourself in. But to make it networking, you have to have a person that has the higher picture. Y'all believe in God, right? Savage. Live my life. You respect yourself. Baby. Listen, this is a whole different opportunity. It's a new year. My learning year was last year. Now,
Stupid son of a bitch.
y'all gonna learn what a real savage is in this motherfucker. You know what? Drive slow, motherfuckers. Because if you ain't paying attention, there'll be an accident.
Drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Boom, boom, boom.